Hey there! So we are going live to talk about coping mechanisms. I was bringing it up on Instagram, in our posts, and in the IG stories, and it constantly cuts me off. So the way to overcome that, to modify instead of quitting, is to jump on and do a Facebook Live where I don't have to worry about the interruptions. You are able to tell me that you're here, you're able to comment and give me questions, and then together we can work through this. So, hi Christy, hi Leslie. All right, so what I've been talking about over the last day or so with coping mechanisms is understanding the difference between healthy and unhealthy. And when you're able to recognize whether or not you are practicing healthy or unhealthy, then you can determine what needs to change and how to change it. So it's really, really important. What I'm hearing a lot of from my clients and feedback from followers is the COVID-19 obviously is accelerating the oncoming of, or the onset of stress and anxiety and all those kinds of things. But you can counteract that. You have the power to do that. So I want to talk about healthy versus unhealthy, and I want to actually give you key strategies of good things to do that you can practice and master, and then from there you can do them quickly so that you can get effective, healthy results. Because quick and easy methods typically don't yield healthy, effective results. And that's because they're things that we will go to quickly, and the reason for going to those things isn't rooted in truth. So let's talk about unhealthy coping mechanisms. The things that probably come to mind are drinking, shopping, being engaged in activities and behaviors that isolate you, that seclude you, that allow you to shut down, to disappear, to self-sabotage, to hurt yourself mentally and physically. Those are obvious things. So when you feel stress and anxiety come on, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you can't handle what you've been given, are you reaching for food? Are you reaching for alcohol? Are you reaching for drugs? Are you reading things or engaging things that aren't going to help you get out of that mindset? If those are your go-to, they're not healthy. But those are obvious things. On the other end of that spectrum are things that at face value are absolutely healthy. And the examples I used in the Instagram story today were exercising, taking a break, getting involved in other activities. Yes, at face value, those things are very healthy. But if they are used to the extreme, if you become obsessive and obsessed with those things, then it transitions into unhealthy, because now it's being practiced, it's being implemented, it's being executed to avoid having to deal with the root issue. Exercising, I've talked about. Moving your body a minimum of 30 minutes a day, getting a minimum of 5,000 steps a day is good for your mental and physical well-being. If you find yourself being involved where it's over the top, now it's about you running and hiding. It's about losing yourself in an activity where you don't actually have to be present and engaged in your life. I'm telling you, where the pain and discomfort is where God needs you to press in and show up, dig in, and do the hard work, because on the other side of that is the good stuff. That's where the blessings are. That's where you can rise up, and it's the rising up where you will experience just how bold you are, just how fearless you are, just how courageous and confident you are. So don't sell yourself short. So when you find yourself feeling anxious, depressed, stressed, overwhelmed, and you reach for something or you take action to do something, pause. Think about why you're choosing this, and will it be beneficial to your mental and physical well-being? And be honest with yourself. When you think about taking a break, you hear me talk often about the power of the pause. If that taking a break is you self-isolating, is you avoiding, then it's not healthy. So be willing to evaluate before you execute so you can identify if it is healthy, will it serve a purpose that will move you through what you need to move through? Or are you choosing to do it because you can avoid what it is that is causing you the stress, anxiety, and so forth? So what are some healthy coping mechanisms? We talked about quick and easy doesn't typically yield healthy and effective, but if you practice the good stuff, then it becomes quick and it will yield healthy and effective results. So seek support. So opportunities to be part of the Rise community, coming into the live videos like this where you can comment and engage and ask questions, really powerful. Being part of the online community where you can post in a safe place where you will be met with compassionate action is powerful. So when you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed, don't tuck those things deep and eat or drink or exercise or sleep or avoid to cope. No, speak up, speak out, reach for people that can step into battle with you and help you move through it in a healthy way. So seeking support, laughing. Seriously, laughing is extremely beneficial. Find things that bring you joy and do more of those things. Have little reminders kind of tucked around you so that when things are going on, you can pull out those reminders to spark that joy. When you spark joy, that's light. Darkness cannot survive where light exists. The darkness is being overwhelmed, the stress, the anxiety. When you spark joy, when you are laughing, when you seek support, you're in community, that is light. Where there's light, darkness can't exist. Think about holistic approaches for both your mental, physical, and social well-being. Evaluate who you're surrounding yourself with. Not everybody deserves a seat at your table. Not every task deserves a place on your plate. So choose wisely. When it comes to the 4 key components of your physical journey, rest, hydration, nutrition, and movement, you've got to check in and evaluate every single day with those 4 things. When it comes to hydration, a minimum of half your body weight in ounces in water. Drink the damn water. I know it's not something we always enjoy. Infuse it with cucumber and lemon and mint, which is my favorite, or find what works for you, but drink the damn water. Your body needs to be hydrated. It will help with anxiety. It's naturally calming. It will prevent you from reaching for food because typically you're not even hungry, you're hurting. So if you drink water, you're going to hydrate, and that feeling of needing to eat, emotionally driven, will dissipate. Before you reach for food, when we talk about nutrition, ask yourself, am I hungry or am I hurting? If the response is I am hurting, seek support. Find things that bring you joy. Get yourself into a position where you can journal, you can talk, you can connect to get out of that. If you're hungry, go ahead and eat, but then ask yourself if the food you are choosing is going to get you closer to your goal. Your goal is mental and physical well-being. In addition, when you think about rest, we've talked about the 7 areas of rest. It's not just sleeping at night. It's also about disconnecting socially. And right now, that is even more imperative to your survival. Turn the media off. You don't need to sit and watch COVID-19 news for 5, 10, 20 hours a day. It's not going to do you any good to absorb more of that information. It's just going to spark the stress, the anxiety, the depression, feeling overwhelmed, and so forth. You can control what you let in. So think about those 4 areas. Make sure that you're not just laying around in your pajamas today because that's fake resting. I'm looking for authentic rest, where you find activities that ground you, that help to quiet the chatter in your mind, help you to connect with your fearless, authentic self and with God, so you can be rooted in truth and gain the momentum, the energy to be able to rise up and focus with a clear mind on what it is you're encountering. So, Dawn, one of your goals, what's one of your goals? Tell me what it is. So, these are the things that I want you working on, all right? In addition, learn to anticipate what could possibly go wrong. When you come through the Rise Up workshops, training, the 12-week program, we're not being naive and thinking we're never going to encounter these things, because the truth is you will. But how you respond is what we can control. So let's anticipate some things that may challenge you on whether or not you can achieve that goal, or challenge you on whether or not you can sustain your effort to follow through on what matters to you, so we can plan accordingly. That's about being proactive instead of reactive. Cut out the noise, disconnecting at night. I'll tell you what, for me, the key thing was not even putting my cell phone in the bedroom. Really, really important. So find the things, take time to evaluate in your space what is distracting you and get rid of them. Eliminate everything that you can so that you can focus in on what the purpose is of the activity you're trying to achieve, the goal you're trying to achieve. And if it is rest, then eliminate the things that are keeping you going, keeping you revved up. So these are healthy coping mechanisms. Meaning, we need to be rooted in what our purpose is. You were created with intention and purpose to live a life of intention and purpose. Focus on what your beliefs are. Focus on what your core values are. Understand and document what your non-negotiables are. Start to look at things, people, places, experiences that can motivate you and inspire you, because that's where you'll gain what you need to sustain the effort to keep going. All right, so your challenge with this talk tonight, with this live video, is to evaluate your thinking. Evaluate what you're doing to cope with whatever is going on in your life right now. And is it healthy? Or is it unhealthy? And now that you've understand the difference between the two, or if you need more help with that, you know how to get me. Replace it and choose one. Don't choose all of them in one shot, because that's way too big. It's unattainable. Don't set yourself up for failure. Set yourself up for success. You can do hard things. So I want you focusing on evaluating the current what is, not what you think, not what you'd like, not what you're wishing and hoping, the actual reality of what is. And identify one thing that is unhealthy, and let's go to work on replacing it with something that is healthy. The more you do that, the more you will rise, and the rising up is where the good stuff is. All right, so that's it for tonight. Hopefully this was packed with information that you can apply. And my prayer is that you won't just listen and then shut it off and walk away from it. My prayer is that you will take one thing that I've said that resonated with you and put it into action, because the action is what counts. And I want to see you challenging your current mindset, because mindset transformation equals behavior modification. That's what's so powerful about the Rise Up process. All right, you've got this. You have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can post on here. I will save this video and upload it. I will respond. Message me, email me. If you're ready to set up a discovery call and dig into this, let me know, and I'll send you the information to do that too. All right, make tonight a great night. Disconnect. Let your mind rest. Focus on quieting the chatter. Drink the damn water. Move your body. Make good food choices, and you will feel a difference. I guarantee you that. All right, make it a great one. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.